Hey guys, we're ready.
Yeah, I'm C5, so I push.
Yeah, okay, we're ready. Cool.
Okay, fine.
Thank you very much for coming to the AS Latin Group's performance of the story of the Bacchae. Big clap.
My prediction of Narcissus's sticky surmise became celebrated throughout the lands, and I was renowned for my skill and big name. Perchance, wandering through the city of Thebes, I came across the Theban king, Pentheus, spurner of the gods.
Ah, if isn't decrepit Tiresias. How are your eyes seeing these days, my good lady?
They see your future, O king of Thebes, and how lucky it would be for you if you too were deprived of this sight, so that you could not behold the sacred Bacchic rites. For the day will come, and it is close, when Liber son of Semele will come hither, and you will not deem him worthy of honour with temples, and the blood from your eviscerated limbs will foul your mother and her sisters!
Aside with you, old man! I won't hear your lying words any longer.
But contemptful Pentheus did not realise my words were the truth. The day of Bacchus's arrival is here, and the streets are full of festive howls, of the intermingling of man and woman, prince and pauper.
O snake-born ones, hear my words! Children of Mars, what madness has robbed you of your senses? Is the sound of bronze clashing on bronze so great that you men, who face the battle trumpets with no fear, quail and whimper before wailing women and tinkling tambourines? I do not know which is more pathetic, you older men, who travelled to this land and found it on a great city, allowing it to be captured, or you younger men, closer to my own age, wearing flower crowns instead of helmets, and shaking wands instead of swords. Remember your ancestors, that snake who slaughtered for the sake of a pool and a spring of water. As he defeated his foes, you must now defend our honour. If Thebes must fall so soon, let it not be to this anguish dim, but rather let the battlements grow empty of ammunition. Let the springs be watered down with blood, and let fire and steel ring out. But no. Now Thebes will be conquered by a weaponless boy. One who takes no pleasure in battle, but instead in hair dripping with myrrh. This girly boy who delights in fresh garlands and garments embroidered with purple and gold. Just stand aside and I shall compel him forthwith to confess the falsehoods he has been speaking. Go, servant, and drag that puny leader here in chains. Let no delay hinder you.
Oh, Pentheus. Pentheus, Pentheus, Pentheus. You see how your grandpa and uncle tried to restrain you. But nah, the river, there's your anger froths up more at their words of restraint, doesn't it? You're just dying to humiliate my sacred rites. Oh. Fun to try.
How with it?
Well, I couldn't, that is, Bacchus wasn't there, sir. Please don't be mad, sir.
Then who is it that you bring me in chains?
A priest of his, sir.
You who scarcely hold yourself from the ledge of death, tell me your name and the name of your country. and why you frequent these unsacred rites, by which you may serve as an example to all our fellows.
I'm a Coates, matey. You don't need to. Give such a huge speech to get me to introduce myself. Not like there's much to tell. I was born in Lydia. My parents both humble people. My father had no bulls to leave me, no acres of land. He was a peasant, as am I, and learned his living with the hook and the line. His fisherman's skill was his wealth, and that's what he gave to me. Take all I have, son, he said. All he left me was the damn water, so I learned to use it, to steer a ship, and I found myself captain of a modest crew. One day we were resting on an island overnight, on the way to Delos. The oarsman rowed us in smoothly, and I leapt onto the light sand. I went up to the hill to test the wind. South. Then I went back down again. One of my men, Felties, returned as soon as I woke up. He cried.
Here we are.
And brought with him a maidenly boy as his prize, who stumbled with sleep and wine. His face and his clothes and his gait all said that he was way more than human, more powerful than the sea herself even. So I said to my crew, what god there is in that body, I have no clue, but there is in that body a god. Forgive us, please.
We need to pray for us, bruv.
Yeah!
Look, I'm the captain, and we are not taking cargo with us. But it's a god, and it will get us killed.
You're going mad, you idiot! That boy isn't any good. He's a boy. He's not a god. And also our meal ticket. We're the ones who kindly allowed you to be captain. You'd best remember that.
Now, the thing you need to know about myself is that, firstly, he was banished from his city for murder. But more importantly, I've never seen anyone climb the rigging faster. The way he climbs up that rigging and slips back down holding onto the rope, you wouldn't believe it.
What's going on? Why am I here? How am I here? How much did I drink last night?
Hey, don't be scared. Tell us where you're going and we'll give you a lift.
I'm headed to Naxos. Take me there and the people will show you great hospitality.
So I took the wheel and sailed for Naxos. As we approached it on our right, I made for it, but
Acorates, what the hell? Make left, I tell you.
You're going literally in the opposite direction. What are you doing?
I'll handle the steering, since our esteemed captain can't tell his left from his right anymore.
But now you're sailing away from the island.
Wait, this isn't Naxos. This isn't the land you promised me. What great misdeed have I done, sailors, for you to treat a solitary boy in such a way?
I swear by that god himself that what came next was real. The ship stopped moving like it was in a dockyard. I climbed up the oars and adorned the sails with grape clusters.
What?
The god himself placed a crown of ivy upon his head and held a wand of ivy in his hand, surrounded by tigers and panthers and lynxes. The sailors jumped ship. God knows if they were scared or crazy. Meadow changed first, his skin darkening and spine arching. Lycabas turned to him and said,
What sort of creatures are you trying to get?
but as he spoke, his mouth widened and his skin hardened into scales. Libis, a darn good oarsman with enough muscles to lift the ship as he struggled to row at the oars, saw his hands weren't hands but fins now. And another, trying to fix the ropes, found he no longer had arms and fell into the waves. Where there were men before on my ship, now were dolphins in the water. I shook with fear, but Bacchus turned to me and said,
Do not be frightened. Make for Dio's Isle.
and I arrived there, and was made priest of the most sacred rites, and I have been one since then.
I've listened to thy story and consider myself more enraged for it. The only reason I deigned to open my ears was to fuel my own source of fury. Slaves! remove this man and carve open his skin and throw him to the shades of the river Styx. Very well. If my slave's going to bring me this Bacchus, then I will seek him out myself. Ah, the meadow. I so oft played in when I grew up. How green the grass is, how peaceful the breeze. It is this sanctity that must be protected from that inane pseudo-god. What in the world? Auntie, what? No, stop! Mummy, please! It's me, Mummy, look at me!
Look, sisters, my own achievement, granted to me by our good Bacchus. Let us rejoice and praise his sacred rites. To Bacchus! To Bacchus!
And she'll do like a bow thing. Yeah, the whole bow thing.
Let's do a bow.
Hold my hand. All together. Hands up.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you coming and watching. I hope you liked it.
You're welcome. Yes.
Precious time on our schedule. With our present.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
I've just got the pot oven.